Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the 24 Hours F1, round 21 of 22 here at Monaco, which is going to be quite an interesting race. We're just getting everything set up, and alongside me is a long-awaited duo in the sim racing community, something everybody has been wanting to see for years, and it is me, Mr. Nathan Richards, alongside Joseph F1. Joseph, hello.
Oh, the day has finally come, Nathan. I'm tearing up and everything. No, it's great to be here. I am. You said Monaco will be interesting. I think it'll be more than interesting.
Yes, and we'll see how interesting it will be. Whether that's good interesting or bad interesting in terms of racing or crashing, we'll decide that shortly. We've got actually, I think we're going to start on time. We've got 10 seconds to go till we're heading towards a session, which I didn't think would be happening. I thought we'd be waiting another 14 million centuries, and to add it all, in this race will be a mystery position race, which means someone between
Ooh.
first and 20th, or first and 19th in this case, will get themselves the mystery position, being, well, it could be anything. It could be triple points, double points, no points, half points, -5, +5. Could be any of them. So yes, I think that's gonna definitely throw something into the water for many drivers. Obviously, we won't do that to the end of the race. We'll have everyone fighting for P18 or P9 or something. So we'll leave that all the way to the end. And well, as we speak, we're in the session.
One-shot qualifying at Monaco. If this wasn't already a circuit where it really does feel like you need to have that one perfect attempt, then yeah, one-shot qualifying adds an additional element of pressure. You mentioned the mystery points as well, the mystery position. The last time we had it, Monza in the wet, triple points for P10, and that does pay out more than the race winner. So the possibilities are endless.
Oh, it's night. I didn't think it was night at
Oh,
Monaco. Under the lights at Monaco. We don't say that very often, do we, Joseph?
we don't. I think they just decided, yeah, we'll do it at night because it's an option.
Well, we'll see what that brings. Obviously, one-shot qualifying, so only one lap, meaning we'll see probably about 5 laps be entered at the end, because most people will bin it by the time they either get to turn 1 or by the time they get towards that swimming pool chicane. So 10 seconds to go. Joseph, I'll give you the what you say, luxury. I don't think it's much of a luxury, but it is to commentate over a hot lap, and we'll see who we end up with.
We'll see who we end up with. We've always just got with the person that it first appears on for me. It's Mandusa 93. So up towards Sandoval. There no heroics. Sort of escaping away from that Armco there on the left-hand side. It's so fast-paced. He did lock up the front right, and so has cost himself a little bit in terms of position. 12% gradient rise into Beau Rivage. Then Massenet downhill. Quick right-hander. Flick it in to the Casino. And then you're downhill, avoiding the bump to Mirabeau. Again, locking up that front right. It sorts of lifts up off the circuit there. Now the Grand Hotel hairpin, slowest corner on the circuit, slowest corner in Formula 1 at 30 miles an hour, and climbing over that inside curb at the lower part of Mirabeau. Then onto Portier, where well, the construction is going on there. On the outside in real life, less so as it's hidden by the advertising. Down, then another drop in towards the Nouvelle chicane. He climbs over the sausage curb, does manage to keep it valid, but any more than that, you will be picking up warnings when it comes to the race. To back, maybe left a bit on the table there in terms of that outside wall. And now down in towards the swimming pool chicane. Takes it nice and easy. That was really well done, actually. Got close to the wall, a little bit wide at Raskas. You can again clip that inside armco and spin yourself around. Quite precise again then into Anthony Noakes. We've already got laps finishing. It's a 1:08.8 for Montana, who takes the pole for NSX. We watched a lap that was 3 seconds slower.
Well, some news have come through about the double points. A lot of drivers get double points. CRT, ERT, Esports Wales, TES, and Team NSX are all taking double points away from this race. So, that's going to be interesting, wouldn't it, Joseph? And yes, we'll see what happens.
NSX double points. They've got pole,
yeah,
and that is the, well, it's Monaco. You need pole if you want to hold on and win.
TS also double points, and they're in second with Yarne.
Yeah.
0.9. That's a very quick lap to be fair. And a 0.8 from Montana. I never heard of him until today, but I think everyone will know who he is now because he's been, and a lot of his have been performing quite well here this weekend.
I'll tell you what, I've heard of a lot of the names, but with me being one of only a few Xbox plebs in the entire 24 hours, it's been a challenge for me, but I'm pleased to say I'm going to know a lot more about these guys following the end of this race than I did at 6 o'clock last night. So that's good.
Well, we have the inevitable waiting, no countdown, just guessing when it starts. Obviously, we're under the lights at Monaco. I don't think I've ever said that before here in the league racing scene. But yeah, it'll be cool to see Monaco in the dark, and hopefully all the drivers have their well, I'd say night vision goggles on so they can see where they're going along the circuit. Hopefully, they have the floodlights in the sky, which are beaming down on the circuit, and not to blind us either, because we know what lights can do on some circuits. They absolutely blind the spectator view. So hopefully that isn't the case here at Monaco, and we can see all the pit crew. Well, we can see all the front wings outside the pit lane. We can't see any pit crew on this game. We could on F122 see them all T-posing outside the garages, but here no. They're going to be tucked away inside the garages along with the tyres. We can't see the tyres either. Normally we can. But I think a two-stop race around Monaco, Joseph, makes it even more interesting. Maybe a little bit of tactics between the teams. You never know if there's a bit of inter-team work.
Oh, here we go. Go for it, Nathan.
Oh, we have 5 lights, and momentarily we are going to be underway for the Monaco race, and we have a drive-through penalty for RDR for a drive-through penalty for a jump start. That's not RDR. As Baki actually gets himself into P2 before turn 1. Great move there ahead of Jone Tripkov in towards turn number 1. We'll have a look at the tyres as well on our screens. We can see it's hard for Montana than everyone else, apart from Fox Blue and Manduka, on soft or medium tyres. So that's a bit of a mix, isn't it, at the start? Medium, softs, and hard in a two-stop race.
Absolutely, I do like this very much. I mean, hard tyres for Montana, the race leader, the pole sitter. He's going to be under all sorts of pressure, just whether he can hold on to that track position, of course. It's like carnage into the hairpin, and with yellow flags momentarily as Hasselager and Manduka go side by side. They're soft versus hards, but for the time being, it will just be a bit of a single file train, and fair play to them. 19 cars through cleanly at Monaco at 11 o'clock in the morning in UK. Well done.
Yes, it was quite surprising to see no carnage into turn 1, even though we had an overtake in towards that first corner as well. And actually, Yone's lost quite a lot of time to the back of Baki at the moment. I believe he's racing for, is it? I don't know what team is it. Is it the Team Hamburger car with the blue and red, pink and black? So honestly, I've been away for 12 hours. I've slept. I don't remember what liveries were. Yesterday, I remember what they all were, but now I don't have a clue what any of the liveries are. So I'm not sure who Kart Race is racing for either. He's got a green and white livery. Maybe that's well, I don't think it could be the NLR livery. I'm not quite sure at all. I'm just guessing at this point.
Yeah, Kart Racer is NLR.
Okay.
Back here, the pink, green, black is Clean Vigor Racing.
Oh,
so
QVR. They're sitting,
yes.
I think, third in the standings, aren't they? They're doing a great job. And I didn't hear them before this, but yeah, they're doing a very good job. So well done to the QVR team. That seemed to, I think, still be a little bit unknown, especially on the PC side. I don't think they have a PC roster at all. Just on board now with Timo Gertz for ERT. This is, I think, one of their best positions so far in this event. I think they're about 13th in the standings, so it's not going too well for them as Coxey is retired down in P9. He's had a bit of an incident down at the Nouvelle Chicane, so we'll see if that was involved due to an incident with someone else, or if he just maybe clipped that inside wall a little bit too much. But that isn't ideal. But I'm watching here, Timo, the inside of Kart Race. What a move that was in towards the final corner. And Yane's actually suffered, I think, a disconnect, or at least he went a little bit wild because he ghosted that completely for a good 2 seconds there as they went in towards Antoninos at the final corner. So I'm not sure what happened there to Yane, but they've lost that DRS now to the top 2. And I think even though the DRS, Joseph, doesn't do too much, you still don't want to lose it around any track, do you?
No, you don't. It will just give you a lifeline to hold on to that car in front. Coxey's crash, it looked like he turned in too early at the Nouvelle Chicane, because the way his car ended up, he was sort of on the inside of the Nouvelle Chicane. So in a race of attrition, where mistakes will usually end your race, that's the first one. Only on lap 2 it was, of 39.
Yes, and luckily there's no safety cars. I think we'll be here for quite a lot longer than 39 laps. We'll be here for about 50 minutes longer, because the safety cars do sometimes take their time.
Yeah, just need to get somebody back in the session as well. I had this issue in Hungary, so hopefully
it can get sorted.
I am able to be added, yes.
You're out the session?
No. I'm trying to invite somebody that needs to add me.
I was going to say, that wouldn't be able to if at the session, because I can't invite. I don't know why it didn't let me earlier on either. I don't know if it's because I'm on Steam and the lobby was hosted on the air or something, I'm not quite sure. But I'm on board with Nova, who unfortunately suffered a 3-second time penalty earlier on that last lap. Obviously, driving for the Cost team. I don't believe they have double points in this race. The teams that do have double points are NSX and TES, who are sitting in that first and third position, so they're looking quite handy for some good points. Obviously, the mystery position comes in. We don't know what position that will be before until the race ends. We'll have the wheel spin, so you know it's not rigged and we're not doing it on purpose to a certain team, and we'll be able to see who gets that luckiness. Or maybe some very heavy unluckiness, because you can get minus, I believe, minus 50 points is also on the wheel spin. You've got the half points, no points. It will definitely harm your race. As you can see, Rounders went into the pit lane. I believe that is Eon Dan, but on my screen it's called Round. So, yes, he's just got him back into pits, got himself a new set of hard tyres on to, not take them to the end, because you have to do a 2-stop race mandatory. Otherwise, I believe you will be disqualified. So that isn't an ideal scenario, especially when you've had to do 39 laps of Monaco on a Sunday morning. I don't think you want to end up with a disqualification afterwards, as we can just go on board with Timo Gertz, who's done a brilliant job so far for the ERT team. Had an overtake here, the Raskas earlier on kart race, and they're sitting, trying to get himself ahead of Jono Trepko, who's actually got back into the 1 second of Backy, but Backy's got out of the 1 second of Montana. So now on the hard tyres, Montana's trying to pull away. Well, it seems Montana's got a lot of pace to use in that. Well, normally I'll say what team it is, but in that black and white NSX car, there we are.
Yeah, it does look a very racy livery, does it? The sort of Honda NSX vibes with that, the name anyway. A lot quicker around here in Monaco. Sunday drive. I'd rather be going around this beautiful part of the world at around 30 miles an hour. But the only time these guys get to do that is when they go into the hairpin. So, yeah, again, just a real slow burner so far, because, again, it's so difficult to overtake. Nova F1, 3-second penalty, of course, you alluded to. Daniel Kaiser's lost quite a bit of time as well, 4.4 seconds off. I wonder if he's got any damage. I think our 2-time race winner, at the very least, has started to struggle now.
Yeah, Round has gone round at the exit, the swimming pool chicane, and has not got a front wing. So I made a pit stop last lap, and now he's lost that front wing. So he's going to be back into the pits to make a change of front wing and complete his 2 stops. But now he's going to be so far off the field, because I didn't realise that Hauselager is 22.5 seconds off the top 11. How's that happened?
Yeah, he lagged out. It was the driver I was trying to get back in. He's added me now, which is good. Casper Flack is into the pit lane.
It's an early one, isn't it? Onto a set of medium tyres. But yeah, it seems like obviously Justy's just not been able to get back through on Hauselager, so they've lost 24 seconds to the leading trainer. That is, I think, a lot more further from Ardale, because at this point, the top 11 have got a pit stop over them, I think.
Yeah, indeed. And that pit stop is so valuable, because you don't want to be pitting and then rejoining in traffic. Because, well, if it's going to be any circuit, you don't want to be stuck behind somebody here in Monaco, that's for sure. Montana, by the way, is doing a brilliant job. That gap is still well over a second. He's keeping those hard tyres in a fine nick at the moment, and he can go a lot longer. He doesn't have to think about pitting into traffic. He doesn't have to really think about, the undercut he'll be fearing, because of the drivers behind. They'll be in a lot earlier, but he might easily respond to that, I think, because, well, it's a straight 2-stop race. He could just divert to the same strategy as everybody else. It's a bit bizarre, this one.
Yeah, he could do what I think he's kind of got quite a few rounds to use, because we know he's quick on the hard, so he'll be quick on the soft, he'll be quick on the medium tyres as well. We can see he's gaining a little bit more now on the back of Backy, so now I'm starting to think that possibly these soft tyres are starting to die a little bit more, because that gap has come down very quickly. It's just 0.4 of a second, 0.3 of a second as they head down in towards the next right-hander. You can see that gap 2.5. So these softs, I think, are very starting to die, because you can see Timo as well got an 0.8 gap to the back of Yone as well on this lap. So yeah, they're starting to slow down as Justin gets a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane, and Derry OG has been to what looks like to be I think that's the exit casino, where we've seen many people make mistakes, haven't we? It's a very horrible corner that right-hander is. If you just lose that rear, you're straight into a wall and there's no saving the car.
Yeah, again, it's a case as well. You might even turn in too early. I've seen countless times people in Monaco turn into the casino and, again, just smash the wall on the inside. I wish they made this one a simulation damage round. I really wish they did, because I don't think anybody would have had a front wing. No. By this point in the race, I think it'd be more than 2 stops as well.
Yeah, but then if that is the case, wouldn't you just try and stay it and go as long as you can, if everyone else has got damage?
Yeah.
But then risk
feels
end
like
up
an F2
breaking...
race.
Yeah. As Yanne's getting in on the back of Backy. 2.5 tenths. Did you manage to get that guy back in?
He did join momentarily. I'm going to have to send him another invite. He did add me, which is a good start. Unlike Tony Richet in the last
Richet.
Richet. It's like
Yeah.
you, but French.
Yeah, people call him Tony Rich. I'm like, no, his name's not Rich. It's Richet.
No, I did that last night.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know French, but why can't people read the little what's the word, asterisk on top of the E? It makes it A, so not an E. It's not Tony Richie. Tony Richet. Even though it still sounds worse with my accent because it sounds, Tony Richet. It don't sound right. Tony Richet. No, I just can't do it. In the French, they make it sound, very authentic of a name, but no. Not with my Birmingham accent, not at all. As that's a bit jumpy on the cursor on kart race, and he ended up ended up in the rear of Timo Gertz. They come through and towards Anthony Nose again to complete lap 8 and start lap number 9. And that gap has gone up to 3.5 seconds for Montana. It was 1 second 2 laps ago.
Yes, absolutely. Shazoo Rick into the pits. Again, no front wing change, so a tactical one. We saw this in Hungary just before you came on. And drivers pitting early. It was the NSX driver that attempted it from the back of the field. It's done the opposite this time, leading from pole position, 3.6 seconds on the hards. Backy might have grazed the wall somewhere because even if you don't get damage, it is a massive dent to any momentum that you might be feeling. You might be in a great rhythm, and then all of a sudden, I've hit the wall. I need to approach every corner with a lot more caution.
Heading down towards the New Velshkan, I can't see any damage on the car so far as we come through. So either that or the softer just said, yeah, goodbye, I'm off. And you can see he's been looking for moves everywhere. He's looking to move up in towards Beau Rivage. That just isn't going to work out to back out. So you can see he's keen to get through ASAP on Backy as they head through towards the Raskas, in towards Anthony Knows. And as Dan said in the chat, what does Anthony know? I don't know what Anthony knows, but he knows something because we say it every time he goes out that final corner. As we can see, that is Timo onto the pits, onto a set of medium tyres. He's, I think, just come out of the pits. Yes, he has. You can see just exiting out the pit lane. We've also got Ekos Nova, who's heading onto a set of mediums again. I believe he's already made a stop in this race. So either that or it was because of a penalty. I can't remember. I know I mentioned him earlier on in the stream. As you can see, Yana yet again looking for a move on the back of Backy in towards turn 5. Just can't find a way through. And, well, that's the issue you have. Even though you're on better tyres like Yana, just cannot find a way through. And it's not worth the risk of just sending a dive bomb because half the time you'll end up probably in the wall.
You will end up probably in the wall. I mean, there is zero margin for error when it comes for overtaking. On a side note, I have news. I know what Anthony knows.
What does he know?
He knew that he should have organised the first ever Monaco race in 1929.
Is that what he knew? How do you know that he knew that?
Yes, that is what he knew. Wikipedia told me.
Oh. But it's Wikipedia. Couldn't that be a lie?
It's like primary school. Don't use Wikipedia, guys. It can be edited by anybody and might tell some lies. No, it is true.
Okay, that's good. At least we know Wikipedia's told us something true. Is actually Backy heads into the bits off of the soft tyres. So now we've got no soft runners in this race at the moment. So it's just Yano who's got a 5.1 second gap to Montana. Well, even though Yano should be quicker on those mediums, it just seems that no matter what time Montana's on, he's just quicker. He's flying down the field. I didn't know who he was until today, and well, I've got to say he's definitely impressed me so far this event.
It's opened my eyes, really, because I have been so... No, they're closed. They're trying to shut itself. My
brilliant commentator. Commentating blind.
Brilliant. It's opened my eyes to the fact that people outside of Xbox exist. And there's a massive pool of drivers out there, and Montana is just flying. He is in that elite tier.
I forgot you're one of those Xbox people, aren't you? Ugh.
Xbox people. I'm not very well liked. People might like me soon, but
see, I went straight to PC. I'm no messing about with PlayStation or Xboxes, straight to the PC. And still to this day, I'll contact with people on PC who say, I'm not used to normal names. To me, it's normal. So they'll say, I prefer gamer tags. For me, I can't read gamer tags because I don't know the slang. I don't know what the letters mean in terms of numbers and the numbers mean in letters. I'll just have to go with it and see what see what happens. I'm always used to the proper, the professional side of league racing, Joseph, not the Xbox, the professional side on the PC.
You like your real names. Do you not like Fox Blue 1884.
Well, the thing
Who I'm
is,
trying to. I want to know who he is because
XE
he's
Sports.
got to be a Leicester fan.
Why? Oh, Fox
Fox
Blue.
Blue,
Yes.
and then the
Well.
year we were founded.
Oh, okay. So you want to
I
find?
need to
So that's
know.
where you want to find out who he
I
is.
want to find out.
Ah, so at least you're going to be winning something this year, though, Joseph. That's for sure.
Oh no, I'll be beating you tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that. I'm just not going to watch it unless we end up scoring. I'm not going to watch that match. No, thank you. As
Tell you straight on.
Montana nearly hits the back of Fox Blue, so you won't be that happy, will you, Joseph? If that happens.
No, we don't want Fox Blue in the wall, do we? And these are the game types. You don't get this on PC, do you? You don't get the the NSX underscore, do you? And he was going for it.
Yeah, and he nearly got put into the wall by Fox Blue. NXX Montana did there. That was a scary moment. Or it's the fact that the desync, and for some reason the cars just seem to jump around more than actually drive. Like, you'll watch a battle and they're like, why are they both moving left to right? We know they're actually not turning, so, you know, game, please don't, like, end them both in a wall as... Oh, what was Fox Blue there? Wasn't it having a bit of contact with Daniel Kaya, who's heading into the pits for the Green Flight Racing team? And, well, now Fox Blue in that third position ahead of Montana, who's going to send a lunch. No, he can't on this occasion, but the DRS was activated for Fox Blue. This time he gets none of that aid at all on the next lap. Map 13 of 39 still hasn't made a pit stop. As we can see, Montana pretty much pushing him through the corners in towards turn 4 at Casino, and just still can't find a way through unless he goes through the inside, and that's not going to work, or it is. Let's see. Bit of contact, bit of minor contact, then Fox Buzz the inside at the hairpin. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, and that's not the ideal line.
Oh my word! It's gone entirely wrong. He was stuck on that curb, wasn't it? It's effectively a pavement. So as soon as you get your 1,000 horsepower up onto that curb, well, you're going to be drifting around. And he's gone from 3rd down to 7th at the Grand Hotel hairpin.
Well, we don't see that very often, do we? We don't see one person get overtaken 4 times in one corner, but Fox Blues managed to provide that for us. So, into bits goes Kart Racer. Jarno Tripkov still leads the pack away. He's got a 11, 12-second gap to Montana, who's in net first, technically second on track. Once Kart Racer pops out of his view, you can see now Kart Racer wants to set a softs, and well, what a perfect timing. Fox Blue is on board and goes in towards the pit lane. We'll see what he pits onto after this lap. I think he knows that those hard tyres are not the best tyres at this point to drive, and he goes into a set of mediums, so we'll be going hard, medium, soft, I presume, in this race, using all 3 compounds. That's what we love to see. And I was going to say it first, maybe the rule should be you have to use all compounds, but then everyone will do hard, medium, soft. So I don't think it'd work very well.
Yeah, I mean, I do quite like the quick stint, soft, medium, medium. We don't want people ponying around, really, on the hard tyres. At least that's my opinion, but Montana's made a brilliant job out of it, hasn't he? And he might end up using the softs at the end of the race, so I don't know. He's going for that challenge himself.
The thing is, because we're on a 2-stopper, there's no point Jarno doing an overcut, because he ends up getting put in a worse position because he's going to lose positions because of the overcut, and you can't really gain positions back. Around other tracks you can easily do it, so like you was on Qatar, you just fly past him, but here, you can't find a way through. It's not like Montana's tyres are dead, so Montana can easily defend. So Jarno is going to be in a bit of a sticky situation, I think, depending where he comes out, because you can see Montana pass us, then we'll have Timo, and then also Rick and Backy pass us. Rick, I haven't seen him at all this race, so hello, Rick, in the top 3. Yeah, I haven't seen him once, so I don't know how he's in 3rd, but he's in 3rd ahead of Backy, who was on the front row. Well, not so on the front row, he was in 2nd after passing someone on the front row on that first lap. You can see Nova goes in on the back of Tripkov's. Oh, that's Timo out of the race!
Oh, dear.
No, that's at turn 4. Did you see that happen, Joseph? Because that was a very loud reaction to that one.
Well, I didn't see it happen, but I've just seen a front right tyre hanging off. So he's turned in too early, hasn't he? Exactly what I said. Someone else was bound to do it. Lost a 4th driver.
Yeah, 4 drivers in this race. I'm surprised he made 15 laps if it will be now 15 drivers making it to the finish. At this point, everyone will be getting decent points. Yes, because we've got 6 teams. I'll remind a second because I forgot myself, so it's also a quick reminder of the teams who have got double points in this race. CRT, Cone Racing Team, which will be at the moment CRL, DU Will, if he's in the race. If he is, then he'll be taking double points. We've got Timo for ERT. Well, that's not going to be happening now, is it? Yeah. Demi OG, not going to be happening now, is it? We've got Trip Covers in 4th, and along with Montana in 1st. Well, at this point, NSX aren't going to be stopped because I believe in the standings they're still leading them all the way. If you look at, there will be a bit of a notification, the standings will come through, and NSX have got a 20-point lead over GFR, who are currently sitting down in 9th.
I mean, it could be a championship-winning race, really, couldn't it, here in Monaco, unless they get something, you know, coming their way in terms of the Wheel of Death. But either way, just hold on, Montana.
They got double points and they got a -50 at the end.
Yeah, I know.
Oh dear me, that would not be good at all. It would be quite sad for the team. But we can see now Rick in second, back in third as they head down towards the Nouvelle chicane. And we'll see what can evolve here between these two, because it seems at the moment back he's a little bit quicker than Rick, so we'll see if he wants to get himself a move done. The gap to Montana actually came down to what it was before the pit stops. It's now 4.9. Before the pit stops it was 5.1, so technically that gap has come down a little bit as they all fly down in towards the Rascasse or Le Rascasse corner, followed by what Anthony knows. And as what was it, 1929 hosting the first race, that's what he knows.
That is what he knows.
Okay.
What else did he know?
The question is, does he know the name? Because I presume he's dead, but it was 1929.
Oh my god.
He would have been probably in his 20s or 30s by 1929, but he was going to host an F1 race. So he'd be in
he's dead.
He'd be 120-ish.
He's dead.
Okay. R.I.P. Anthony knows. And technically, we pay tribute to him every race.
Exactly.
So there we are. Send off he deserves.
Oh, my game sound just went really eerily quiet then as they... It feels like the engine's cut out as they go through the hairpin.
Well, that's because they're probably going very slow, Joseph, and they don't use any power. I would presume anyway. I'm not quite sure about that one, but you know. There's still on the board with Backy trying to make a move. I don't think we're going to get much more than this at all in this Monaco race. I said before, how exciting. We're at Monaco and yeah. At least it's dark. It makes it a lot nicer to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's an unwritten rule now that every Monaco race should just be night or on F123 because I've not commentated a day race at Monaco.
Haven't you? I've never commentated a night race at Monaco. Luke and Connor, please jot that down. Yeah, I've never raced it. I've never raced at all at Monaco. Thank the Lord, but I've never commentated over a night race at all. So this is quite nice here at Monaco to be here in the night, and we'll see what time it is. And well, there's no spectators around, so it must be quite late.
It must be. I mean, everyone's just chilling on their very expensive hotels, balconies, and you get all those shots around about the Monaco Grand Prix type of year. You get all them posts on social media where they're watching F1 on the telly in their hotel room, and then they walk out to the balcony and see the same thing. It's rinse and repeat with that sort of content, but it generates the engagement. It's great.
The jealousy I get for that makes me feel more depressed in my lonely little life in the middle of Birmingham. The most I can see is people being robbed in the streets. That's all I get to see. That's my entertainment for the evening. Either that or some woman outside going absolutely mental at her husband. One of the two.
Sounds about right.
And I'm not sure it's much better where you are either, is it? Let's be honest.
No, it's not.
You're not going to speak?
Well, I said no, it's not, and just left you on a cliffhanger.
See, and I was leaving you on a cliffhanger with my question.
Oh, right, okay.
Disgraceful.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about violence. we don't want that.
No, not at all.
It's a charitable stream. Come on.
See, I was going to bring in the fact of what the charity's for, but then I thought maybe leave it a bit because it sounds that it's a bit of a contradiction straight away from one subject to the complete other. So we'll talk about it once the situation's calmed down, a bit more appropriate timing. But on the note, we've hit, I think it's £1,200, which means I have to sing. And now, of all people to pick the song, it's you. No. No, I'll leave it till the end. But of all people that have to pick the song, it's you.
I don't know what I'm going to pick.
Deary me. It's going to be something either very hard to sing, very high notes, or something absolutely stupid.
Okay.
So, We'll see what Josie decides to do, but that'll be at the end. And yes, we've still got 19 laps for me to prepare and get my voice warmed up ready. As we can see, Tripkov yet again now looking for an overtake on the back of Backy. In towards turn number 3 to the inside. That's a bit of a late send. Backs out, knows that's not going to work. In towards Casino to the right. Oh, very close to the wall there was Jeanne. Head down now in towards turn number 5. Late on the brakes to the right, then back on the power down towards the Grand Hotel Hairpin, which has actually had about a million different names, as Jan actually sends a bit of a move there up the inside of Backy through there. That's not going to work too much, but he keeps it around the outside into Portier, bit of contact between the two. Oh, who's going to make it ahead? I think it will be Jano with that better tyres, yet. More grip, more on the power earlier after the corner. And, well, there we are. Into third place goes Jano Trepkov. And now going to have to try and gain in on the back of Shizu Riku, I believe, racing for EMM. Because he was doing it last week, so I presume that's the same team. I don't know why he swapped teams.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a Shizu NLR hybrid, isn't it? It's,
yeah, bit of everything.
The NLR drivers that didn't want to represent NLR.
Or the ones who weren't good enough to represent NLR.
That's nice, that's nice. Well, anyway, Shizu Rick has the luxury of leading this train now. And Yanni Tripkov made that move at Mirabeau, the lower part of it, and he did so by sort of grinding wheels with Backy. So hopefully it's a little bit cleaner this time around. Not that I think there was anything wrong with it. He was entitled to try and make some space with what he had. There's always limited amounts of space at Monaco. He doesn't go down the inside of the hairpin this time, but I'd be thinking about setting up a move into the Nouvelle chicane. How difficult it is, though, to get a good exit out of Portier.
Yeah, it's very difficult, especially when you've got the car in front of you that's got such a short straight in towards the chicane. Just, yeah, you can never really find a way through unless they make a big mistake heading through the tunnel, which is, yet again, a very difficult place to make a mistake. That gap, though, to Montana's a 10.7 second gap now. A bit of a tap on the wall there for Rick. Coming through in towards Tabac now, down in towards the swimming pool chicane, and we'll seize an opportunity in towards the Rascas for Rione. No, not on that occasion. What about down towards turn 1 through Anthony Nose? In towards that first corner, bit of DRS to use, and always got a decent run to the outside, to the inside. What does he choose? Sticks behind. I think he was looking for a move, and Rick didn't really have much place to go. So Yanni, no. Into the wall, and he keeps the car, but he's back down to the net, down into 4th, because back is there, but actually they're right inside each other through towards turn number 4, and that is, Yanni back down to P4.
Yeah, he went for the risk, didn't he? Started breaking offline, picks up the marbles, and down the inside goes Kart Racer, and he was squeezed into the Armco barrier on the inside. Don't think he has any damage, of course. A reminder, it is reduced, so the chances of getting front wing damage is considerably lower than maybe a normal league race, but Kart Racer going aggressive, Yanni Tripkov going aggressive. It's a great fight that's still continuing to build up.
Yes, I think this fight between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th will go to the end. Not between 1st and 2nd, because that gap is rose again to 12.5 seconds. Montana is absolutely flying. We'll go on board with him for a little bit to see how he takes to this Monaco circuit. He's got a 12.5 second gap to P2. And he's started on the hard, so he's going to be going hard, medium, soft, which means he'll be even faster at the end of this race. And the only thing I wish for him is he doesn't bin it. Because that would be the worst time, as you can see NA and Kart Racer into the pits off of their soft tyres. The question is, did Yana have damage? I don't think he did he, on that car?
Well, I mean, he hit the wall quite hard. He was like 3rd, 4th gear when he smashed the Armco on the outside. So, I mean, if he did get any, it would have been a bad orange that maybe doesn't reflect on the actual damage model. But he's lost, again, a lot of time changing that up, hasn't he? So, yeah. A lot of time to catch now. 5.3 seconds on Kart Racer, who did get away with it despite being squeezed. Yeah,
well done to Kart Racer for not ended up getting into the wall there. Well, he was pretty much in the wall, but luckily parts of the car that don't get damaged were in the wall. His front wing was fine, and yeah, it was just his side pod that was in the wall, which on this game, with the reduced damage, means you don't get damage on that part of the car. Only the front wing can get damage, and I believe punctures as well. Apart from that, nothing else can get damaged on the car. Yeah, so it makes it a little bit easy for some of these drivers. So that gap now 13.3, so it's going up by a second a lap at this rate. Literally, I think the only thing that would stop Montana now is not a safety car, because there's none. would be a lapped car blocking him and killing him, or him binning himself. Nothing else I don't think can stop him at this point.
No, I mean, once you get away in Monaco, there is often no looking back. There's usually a big difference in between the driver that wants it most, the driver that is hyper confident with every corner, and Montana 14 seconds in 24 laps.
Sure.
Half a second a lap at Monaco, one of the shortest circuits. Just mega.
It is indeed, as we can see now. Kart racer behind the back of Daniel Koya, who's having a bit of a poor race for the GFR team. Greenfly Racing, of course. In other words, F7R, just with a different name here tonight. And, well, this weekend, these 24 hours of racing. And I've got to say, their livery is very boring. And I'm only saying that because I know Frankie might be watching and he'd be very annoyed if he knows I've said that. Either that or he's asleep, because I know we race at 3 o'clock in the morning. Why I did that, I don't have a clue. As we can see now, Kart Racer looking for a move on Daniel in towards the Nouvelle Chicane. There we are, Kart Racer. Sit back a little bit more tight. We know you're a kart racer, but you can't race like you're doing karts. You can't just bump them off the track. You've got to be a little bit more conservative, and he nearly bumps Daniel into the back as well, through to back, in towards the Summer Pool Chicane. A bit of tap again on the rear. He just needs to get himself through before he causes more damage to himself.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got to line this up now, exiting Anthony Noakes, just smashing into the back of him at every corner. He's got, yes, 10 laps more grip available to him, considering the tyre degradation. Look at how much battery's burning. Oh, he went for a non-existent gap on the outside, I think, there. He couldn't make his mind up again. I think this hesitation, this lack of patience is going to cost him some positions here.
Well, it's what happened to Yone, wasn't it? He also didn't know where to go, went to the inside and ended up hitting the wall. He went a little bit too quick in towards that first corner. You can see up the inside now in towards turn 5. That's what happened last time. This time he's got it outside line towards a hairpin. Is that going to help him? He's going to be in the favour of Daniel. Daniel brings him into the outside, nearly tapping the walls. They go through inside line there for Kart Racer. Can he force himself through? I think he can, as they come in towards Portier. Then towards a tunnel. Way better exit there for Kart Racer on those 10-lap newer tyres. And at one point, nothing could stop him. Then we've got Rick in the battle. Actually, Yarne's caught up with all this battling. He's now only 8/10 back from the top 4. He was 5 seconds back from Kart Racer after that pit stop.
Yeah, I think there's an element there as well. And maybe Daniel Kujia just monitoring the pace of everybody behind him. Just maybe slowing him down. That's maybe why Kart Racer was smashing into the back of him so much. Maybe not anticipating the speed he was driving at. Montana's been in and out of the pits, and he's still going to be
in the lead.
Well clear of drivers that yet to make a second pit stop by 7.5 seconds. Incredible.
It is. It's like watching Max Verstappen all over again. Instead, Max Verstappen's in a Red Bull, not an NSX. You can see Rick looking for a move out the inside of Daniel in towards turn 3 at the Barrivage Casino. Not going to find a way through there. Mr. Rick, you have to go up the inside at turn 5. I don't know this. Is it Mirabeau, this corner? Because I know there's 2. There's Mirabeau something and Mirabeau something else. I don't know the names of the corners around here because they're all French and I don't know French words. I do know what the Grand Hotel hairpin is, though.
Just say you don't like the French and move on.
Hang on, listen. Not in here, Joseph. Not in here. There's Rick looking for a move up the inside in towards the Nouvelle. Can he make it work? He will. Send it up the inside. Don't do a one you show and go sideways. He makes it through. Now Daniel going to have to defend from Yone trip cover. Now the question that I have is, why is he holding up so much if he needs to pit again anyway?
Funny.
Okay, I suppose that works. As you can see, DeWill, who's going to get double points this race, is into the pits for the CRL team. No, he's not. He's in there for Cone Racing team, which is not CRL, it's CRT. So unless it's Cone Racing League, but they've entered as a team, I don't know. As that's what the inside for Tripkov. Don't do what you did last time. Makes it through this time, however. Now it's back his turn to get through on Daniel. But look at that gap they've lost to Rick. And then look what they've lost to Kart Racer. That gap's gone now to 6 seconds. It was, I think, about 1.2 at one point.
Yeah, Kart Racer has just got to move on. He had to do it the hard way, down the inside of Mirabeau. Speaking of Mirabeau, down the inside goes Backy on the same driver, but this time he does manage to deny Daniel Kujia the opportunity to go back up the inside at the hairpin, and therefore it's a lot simpler. And he continues to, with the 2-lap fresher medium tyres, to chase down Yane Tripkov.
Yes, so have a look at your friend, Fox Blue, down in 9th position. for the
Come on.
I was going to say Leicester City, but I meant to say XE Sports in ninth position, trying to get himself a little bit further up the field. But Will, who's on 0 lap old medium, so he's obviously got 2 lap better tyres on the softer compound, so we will be quicker inevitably on this stint for the time being. We've got 11 laps left in this Monaco Grand Prix, which has surprisingly gone quite quick. I didn't realise we was already 28 laps in. We'll look at the stops on the screen so we can see who stopped how many amounts of time. So everyone has made at least 2 stops apart from Daniel Koya, so he has to still make that one more mandatory pit stop in this race. And we can see Fox, actually, even though he's on the mediums, has got a great run on Will down towards turn 1. Isn't enough to make himself a move, as we can see further ahead. That's Nova now trying to get himself through on Daniel Koya, who's still holding everyone up, or holding the people he can through the corners when they're right behind. You can see Nova just trying to make a move, obviously, for the Ecos team, sitting in 7th, has got a penalty, but doesn't have to worry. He's got an 8-second gap to Will in 8th position, so we should still keep that 7th, I think, either way. Well, it actually be 6th, won't it? Because Daniel's still going to make a pit stop, and he'll drop back at least 20 seconds from the train. So we can see Ecos Nova. When's he going to make a move? He needs to make one soon.
It does indeed. It was a minimum speed of 23 miles an hour through that hairpin. Impressively slow. Will he go down the inside? No, he won't. He again thought about it. You can always tell when a driver moves out of the slipstream and tries to gauge just how late he can brake going into the next corner. This is where he's picking up endless amounts of time that can't be shown because, well, there's just a green fly racing car in front of him. You see that really dark grass green colour and stopping there pretty much into Larascas as he continues on for a 16th lap on that set of tyres. Still has to pit again. Increasingly frustrating for Nova, who's trying to burn his under 10% battery. It won't do a whole lot of good, so he gets the exit coming out of Saint-Devot up the 44-metre climb towards Massenet, and still, it's like what we were seeing earlier, isn't it? They're just pushing him through.
Yes, and he sends a move this on towards turn 5 at Mirabeau. Can he make the move work? Yes, he can, but Daniel has still got the inside line, has he? In towards a hairpin? No, he hasn't. So, 6th place now for Ecos Nova in this race. You can see there, Will and Fox just popping into our screens as they exit out of the hairpin, down in towards Portier to go through in towards the Monaco tunnel, then in towards the Nouvelle Chicane, as we can see further ahead, back again and in on Trepkov. Trepkov also not really gaining in on Rick, but not really losing on Rick. Same as Rick on kart racer, not gained, not lost much time. And, well, Montana, different story. He's gained a lot of time. He's now got a 14.5-second lead to kart racer in this race, and he's got the better tyres apart from Baggy, who's stuck behind Tripkov. So realistically, he should be pulling away anyway with that advantage of tyres. So we'll see how long in this race Montana will still keep pulling that gap to second, but I can't see him slowing down now, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Into the pits, Daniel Koya there, getting rid of those medium tyres. Surely a quick splash, I say splash and dash, there's no refuelling, but a quick change of tyres on to softs, change of front wing as well, because that would have been bruised and battered from all of these excursions that he's had with the cars in front, including Baki, including Yarny Tripkov, who are now pretty much in combat, aren't they? They're not having to pit again. And so this is a straight fight for P4, but they're also closing in on Rick, and Rick has barely lost much time to kart racer as well in the last few laps, as pace has sort of steadied out between the 4 drivers.
Yes, and we can see that gap there. Well, we'll have a little look further back. Daniel Koya's got a 21-second gap to Fox Blue. Now, do you reckon on those 0 lap old media soft, we know Daniel's also a very quick driver, part of the S7R team. Do you think he can gain into Fox Blue in 9 laps?
No.
Okay, that's good. I was hoping you said that. We'll see if you can gain a little bit.
In maybe half it, at least. It's a challenge, but if you can half that gap, he'll do a good job.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what he can do. And, well, Baki's actually 2 tenths back from Tripkov. I think he'd like to be there. Actually, Rick's lost time. I'm not sure what's happened there to Rick. He's got a 1.2-second gap now to Tripkov. So if Tripkov can get himself in that 1-second gap, get a bit of DRS, pull him down that straight, keep him to the back of Shazoo Rick, who's racing for EMM. This could still be a good turnout for Tripkov, who's obviously, you know, suffered a little bit in this race. He started second, dropped down to third in the first lap after getting overtaken. Then, unfortunately, suffered a bit of a tap on the wall, had to change his front wing, as we can now see Baki make a move, had to back out. Both of them hopping the curb, and Baki's gone very wide, hasn't he? Lost lots of time, lost, what's that, over 9 tenths of a time now to the back of Tripkov. Well, it's It's not ideal. Let's just say that.
Yeah, now he's got to do it all again. He's got to close up, sit behind for however long, line up the move again, and it could just be an endless cycle of trying to get past Jane Tripkov, close to within 1.2 seconds of Rick, and I mentioned that gap was at 4 seconds. That has been halved by Rick. So there's been a mistake somewhere from Kart Racer in that stunning livery.
Yeah, so we'll see if maybe we could have a battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth after all, even though earlier on we didn't think that would be too possible with the issues had occurred for many drivers. We can see Rick now within 9/10 of Kart Racer. Not sure what's happened there to the NLR driver. Maybe he's got caught in. Maybe he's caught his front wing somewhere and lost a bit of got a bit of damage or lost a bit of his front wing. Yes, he's got an end plate missing. His right end plate is not there, so he was on for an easy P2 and he's binned it in the wall and now got himself a right missing game plate, so he's going to be suffering a lot with that aerodynamics, and that will be why Rick can close in. That will also bring Jana in and Bakke once those guys eventually catch up to Kart Racer, and he holds them up like a big, massive train like Fernando Alonso did back in 2021. We can see Rick now 4/10 back through the corners. This is where Kart Racer can't, he can't do anything. He can't carry much speed at all through these corners. Through the low speed, it's not too bad, but it's like high speed corners like Massenet, Casino. That's where you struggle so much. You can see now Rick's got a decent exit out of Antino's. He knows he can make a move down towards turn 1. Possibly he's burning his battery to the inside. No, not on this occasion. Down towards turn 2 possibly. As you can see, a bit of contact in towards Sandevart, and Rick does get himself in second now. Trepkov will be looking to eat up the NLR driver.
Yeah, goodness me, there might be some damage somewhere because that gap has just absolutely gone. He's now been overtaken. Yeah, he's absolutely crunched the wall somewhere with that right-hand side end plate damage. Really, he does open up the gap now for Jane Tripkov and then tried to turn back into him. I wonder if he realised just how confident Jane Tripkov was there on the brakes. But again, the moves into Mirabeau. That one mistake, it looked like he had second secured, and now be trying to fend off Bakke for P5. And we'll see what Nova can do, even with that 3-second penalty.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think he can make much work, but we'll see. Actually, I said earlier on he had a decent gap to CRL. Well, he won't lose that, but actually that gap's come down to 3.8 seconds already, so maybe Nova could lose that 6th position to the CRL driver, obviously, Popcorn Racing team. They're not done the best this championship, but they're looking for a 7th or 6th position at least, so they could still claw some points back in the remaining two races. And we can see as well Fox Blue racing for Axe Esports in 8th position, 2.5 seconds back from Duwil, so he's lost a bit of time, but he's on those medium tyres. That's up the inside from back in towards turn 1. It's to back out there, and naturally yet again Kart Racer not getting the exit he needed out of turn number 1 at Sandevot. They'll have to flip up towards Beaurivage and Massenet. To the left hand they go. Then it'll be back to the right for Casino. Can Bakke find a move down in towards Mirabeau? You can see gets a decent exit, not enough though to send a move unless he sends a late dive bomb. No, can't do on that occasion, but you can see a bit of a lock up there from Kart Racer with that damage. Back to the inside. No, he was going to go for it back, he was, but just couldn't get it in towards that corner now. They head down in towards Portier shortly. We'll see, can he make a move in towards the Nouvelle Chicane, because yet again, poor exit from Kart Racer, and Casper Flash has also got himself a 3-second penalty. Bakke needs to get through soon because he's just losing more and more time to truck cover, and eventually that battle for 3rd, he's not going to be on for the, is it Team Humberger I believe he's racing for?
Yeah, I'll just double check that. No,
Ooh,
it's
brilliant
not,
move.
unless it's been a driving change. Oh, there we go.
Fox Blue! No! No!
Okay.
Fox Blue! Well, the commentator's curse is back. And unfortunately, it's Fox Blue who suffers a DNF here, down at the Nouvelle Chicane, and the car's disappeared. Joseph, you don't have to see the corpse of the Leicester City vehicle on the circuit. What a shame. What a shame.
I don't know for sure. I could have just inherited somebody's account, but they well and truly ruined. Oh my word, though. 23 seconds and counting.
Yeah.
For Montana. I can quite believe that. But
well, I couldn't at the start, but now I suppose I can. Yet again, didn't know who he was, so this makes it even better. You know, when someone doesn't know who someone is and they automatically do brilliant, it's like, oh, you know, he's a hot shot. So we'll see. Maybe if he moves over to PC one day, we'll see how quick he's over on that platform. And that's yet again.
Yeah, but then you've got to learn his real name.
Yeah. See, even better. Even better.
You still won't know.
Why?
Well, because he might just hide the fact that he was once Montana.
Well, mate, what if his name's? What if his last name's Montana?
It could be.
And then it'd ruin it all times because I know who he is. So, yeah, shot the foot there, Joseph. As you can see, Manduka passing the corpse as well of Fox Blue and AJ as well. And Round will eventually round himself past the corpse. And, well, only 14 drivers will finish this race, which to me is a surprise. I thought we'd see about 4 finish this race, not 14, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Well,
I'm quite impressed.
Yes, I'd say
I'm
it's
quite
been
impressed, actually.
Yeah,
It's not
great,
bad.
great driving. And, well, NSX will have that double points, unless they get the mystery position right and they end up losing points. We'll see.
Just having a look at the driver changes. Yeah, Greenfly did sub in Daniel Kuja for this one. Maybe not gone entirely to plan with him down in P8. I don't think I see any more significant Monaco swaps, which is what I was trying to work out for the... there were some of the early hours of the morning when people realised, no, I'm not getting up for that, I'll just spend my Sunday in bed. But either way, credit to everybody that has turned up for this one. As we tick on over into the afternoon now, tick on over into our final hour and a bit of racing in the 24 hours of F1. Let's put the whole thing into perspective here. It's a 24-hour event. We're nearly at the end, and there's contact between Nova and Kart Racer. Again, Kart Racer maybe just playing the hold-up game. He turns with damage.
He's got no wing.
Not his fault. He's got none now, because the rest of it's just come off.
Oh, dear me. 37 to 39. He's going to stay out. Let's see if he can make it work. Oh, dear me. As Timo's after session. Oh, he was DNF'd anyway. Oh, and what this could end up being now between these two. Oh, straight through. Well, that wasn't much.
What a move. Move of the night, I think. Move of the day. I forgot what time of day it is.
It's 11:41, so it's not quite the afternoon
Is it?
yet. Still 20 minutes to go until
Oh.
that afternoon arrives, and in a way, so relieved to have a relax. Watch a bit of the darts, have a nice drink, and just
Oh my
chill
word,
out.
he's pitted again.
Well, oh.
This is brilliant.
Brilliant. Let's see what happens to Montana. If he ends up winning it now, I won't help but laugh.
Oh my word.
Come on, let's see. What does Montana do? I mean, what does Montana do? Does he get out ahead? Yeah, he will easily way ahead. He's got a lap car ahead. So I presume he's going for the fastest lap, which is currently
Rub it in.
a 1 minute 10.2 from Nova.
That's very doable.
I think
That is very
indeed, yeah.
doable.
So I'm only a second off that myself. In time trial, after sweating for an hour, but still. As Kart Racer down to P7, he's just going to fall down the field. Renalari was looking for a P2. It's all going to pieces. It was a redemption day for Daniel Ricciardo. It's the opposite here for Kart Racer, that's for sure.
Interesting for Montana, because he's clearly valuing this fastest lap point.
He is, until he bins it
You
in the
know,
wall.
over that 30-second win.
Yeah.
So, winner's mentality right here.
Let's see what he can do. He'll begin his final lap to take the fastest lap of the race provisionally, or hopefully, in this race. He's got a lap car ahead. We'll give him DRS down the back straight, as long as he chooses to sit back. And is he going to sit back behind it? Oh, he is. He's being clever. He wants that DRS down towards turn 1. Off the back of that lapped car. And off he goes. Down towards turn 1. DRS open for the final lap of this race. He's on a 3-stopper. He's going to lead by 7.5 seconds. It was 4 seconds when he came out the pits.
357 IQ.
Why that specific number?
Because it's 357 more than you.
Oh. Dear me. Well, there we are. Certified bullying. Thank you, Joseph. Just wait till that vote's out later. Just wait till 1 PM, and we'll talk then. We'll let the vote do the talking.
You leaked it. You leaked it. Can't believe it.
I chose to give it to you. Well, actually, no. There was more
Okay.
votes after that. Will told me, so it could still change. But I'm confident.
Ooh.
That gap's 10. He's gained 5 seconds in 1.5 laps. Oh my. It's just a spectacle to watch. It's like watching Max Verstappen drive around Monaco.
I think he's quite good at this game.
You reckon?
I think so.
Only a bit. He comes through the final corner and, well, by 10 seconds after a pit stop, he wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Now, and a 108.8. That is... He's shredded that fastest lap by 2 seconds. Rick comes across the line. Second, 12 seconds back. So if we had the 23 plus 8, it would have been 31 seconds at the pit stop.
Wow.
Speechless.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
As Wayne Mardle once said, I can't speak, I can't speak. I think it was Wayne Mardle who said it.
It was. Well done.
Yeah, I can't speak, I can't speak. And, well, that was the best lap of Monaco I have ever seen in my life. There we are. Make it a bit relevant. As we'll have Casper and Round to round off what has been a Monaco Grand Prix. I think that we'll just put it that way. Best way to describe
was
it.
a Monaco Grand Prix.
And Tato said, when did Montana race in a league last time? Don't know, because I don't know who he is. I'm still going to say, I don't have a clue who Montana is, but he's amazing. That is
Honestly.
for sure. And if he was on PC, I wouldn't want to imagine what Twitter would be saying right now. Let's just put it that way. He's on PlayStation, he can't do anything like that, so don't worry. But there we are.
I do watch a fair bit of the PlayStation stuff, and it's got to be considering a wider league racing return after that, even if he hasn't done it for a while.
Why has he not been on the PlayStation for a while?
I don't know. I've just not seen him.
And actually, there's been a little bit of a vote, everyone. We're not going to leak the vote yet because it's not closed, but there's a vote on about the best livery. And the commentators have been kind enough to have been allowed to vote for their best livery. And at the moment, it is a two-way tie for second best. I don't know what they are, but it's a second-way tie for... no, it's a two-way tie for the second best. There we are. But time has come where, first of all, we'll do the wheel, then we'll do the inevitable, which I'm not excited for at all. And Joseph knows what that is. People who was here yesterday knows what that is. And unfortunately, I certainly know what that is. And that is how to sing. Because I said to Chris, I think it was Chris or Jess, if we get over the 1,000 pay mark by the end of Jess's stint, or before the end of Chris's stint, I will sing a song.
I've just been suggested something for you.
Oh no.
A Hannah Montana song.
I don't know what that is. I never watched Hannah Montana.
It's a cartoon. I don't know any of the songs, so I wouldn't expect you really. It's a cartoon. I think Disney Channel back in the day.
Yeah. I was never rich enough to have the Disney Channel. I was stuck on Freeview. Good old CITV.
Freeview, CBBS,
yes,
CBBC,
exactly.
CITV.
The
TV license. Clutch for those.
Indeed. They don't think it was good for. But we've got to put where we have to roll our mystery wheel, because this is a mystery position race. Just to confirm, there were 6 teams that had their their double points. We'll just run through them quickly again when I can find the Discord. And I've been tagged. I presume that means that, yes, I hope I'm not doing anything wrong. Announcement says that, so the stand needs to be updated still as well, because Greenfly didn't race in Monza, and that wasn't taken into account apparently. But the what was I looking at now? What was I going to look at? I forgot completely. I forgot completely what I was going to look at. There, no, here we are. It was the amount of double points I've got. I don't know what's up with my brain. I completely blanked. So it's CRT, ERT, Esports Wales, Turbo Strengths in Racing, Team NSX. That have got double points. Now, Joseph, what number do you think will be picked here on this wheel?
Oh,
hang on. We need to pause. Look at the chat.
We've got a raider.
We have
Selfridges.
Selfia, thank you for the raid. That is more than appreciated. There we are, 61 people coming in there with Selfia. I'm going to get it right. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. You're in just in time for the mystery positions wheel. Then, my singing. Of course, we get ready when I have to sing. I'll have now 189 people watching me sing instead of 71. But Joseph, back to you.
I'm going 5th on the wheel. I'm going 5.
5th. I'm going to go with number 13. Unlucky number 13. We spun the wheel. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, just about. Number 6, which was...
Oh!
Who was it?
What off?
Who was 6th? Someone check who was
This
sixth
question-
position.
This is where I should have screenshotted the results.
Was it
perhaps,
Do
but-
Will? I think it was. But that's that one wheel. Now the second wheel. There's a lot more on here. We got opposites attract, half points, no points, +5. I believe the +50's on there, -50, -5, everything. Joseph, what's it going to be?
Half
Half.
points.
I'm going to go with,
Yeah.
you know what? +50, let's be nice. There's only one of them on the board. The wheel spins. Da 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 da. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, no points. No points for ECOS in P6.
Oh.
Oh, bit of a shame there. And Jess has just told us our confirmed champions, NSX, back to back. I believe they won last year as well. So clap, clap, clap for the NSX team. Double championships here at the 24 Hours of F1. Well done, NSX. Well done from me and Joseph. Any words for them from you as well?
Well done. Well done, guys. That is an incredible achievement to win over the space of 24 hours.
Indeed.
I mean, well done.
Yes, so the winners were Montana ahead of Rick, ahead of Yarne, which was the top 3 in that race. And then we had more results further down. It was the people in the 6th. Nova, just what would have happened if there was no damage for kart race? So who would it have put in P6 then? It would have put Daniel Koya in. No, it wouldn't. It would have put kart. No, it would have put Doolittle into 6th. There we go. I was had to do a bit of maths. So I'm not ready for maths at 11 o'clock. I woke up about 20 minutes before this race started. So I'm still not ready for any mathematics and high IQ level things. But now it's time. Joseph, what have you chosen for me?
I've had some more suggestions come in as well. There was iCarly from Jota. Do you know that one, the theme tune?
No, I never watched iCarly.
No. We've got to go something cartoony.
Yes.
Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder.
Oh
theme tune.
no!
Surely you know that.
Hang on, let me get a picture of Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Hang on, let me get a picture of Bob the Builder. Hang on, here we are. We'll chuck that into here. We'll just put it on the calendar, and we'll just copy him in. No, we're not going to copy him in. We'll have to download him and copy him in. People are going to be asking me, why have you got Bob the Builder?
Iconic cartoon.
Of course.
An iconic cartoon.
There we are. Here he is. I need to get the lyrics up. Hang on. Bob the Builder. Lyrics. So, Bob the... Oh, I need to get myself into it. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can. Scoop, Muck and Dizzy and Rowley too. Lofty and Wendy join the crew. Bob and the gang have so much fun. Working together they get the job done. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can. Pilchard and Bird, Travis and Spud, playing together like good friends should. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can. There we are.
Hey!
Way! Round of applause, please, everyone.
£1,000 for charity. Get to that, guys.
Bow. Thank you. So there we are. My signature has been complete. In the matter of 24 hours, I've commentated over 4 races. One of them got red flagged. The other one I missed the ending because Jess's internet died. I've sung Bob the Builder and I've sung Let It Go. That was not an any bingo card of mine for tonight. No, tonight. For the weekend. Let's put it that way.
I said that earlier, don't worry.
So, there we are. I hope everyone's happy. Bob the Builder's been sung by me and Let It Go. Well, it's a shame, in a way, to have to end it off here myself. And I believe, Joseph, you're also going as well, aren't you?
Yes. I'm off now for what's the last race on the sidelines. Honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure. Even just the 5 races I've done, I feel like a very small but successful part of what has been an amazing event.
Yes, and obviously I'm not going to be here next round, either. I'm going to be leaving, loving you and leaving you all. So I want to say yet again, thank you everyone. I was here at the opening round of the race. We had lots of viewers in, we had lots of donations. We hit £600 before race 3, which is just unimaginable, to say the least. So thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you everyone for the support in the chat, having a good laugh and joke with everyone. It is a lot, and also for the charity special effects, which obviously doesn't mean anything personally to me, but the wider community, the whole community of the gaming, it does mean a lot in the sense of people who we speak to every day, we play with every day in games. They could have to need this charity in the next year's time. They might need it now. We don't know. So having this money donated to them does mean a lot to all of us. So yes, thank you everyone, and you'll be back with, I believe, J. Cole and Chris for the final round at Great Britain. So we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.